and welcome back to another tutorial. I decided, lipstick. Okay. I decided to use the Shaaanxo palette. It finally came in and got delivered like 2 weeks later after ordering it. I was so excited to use it. I have used it once before. This would be my second time using it. I've even used one of her eyeshadows as like a highlight and it's like so pretty. It's like so pretty. Actually, I'm just gonna grab the same one, which is this one here. And just put that. There we go. I'll put it in my inner corners because it's just so pretty. It's such a pretty shade. And I paired it with this pink hot, like this is totally glam. Like you could so tone it down and use like brown, nude, but I really wanted to go all out and use pink. Like this video if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe, and any questions or comments, leave them below. I read them all. So if you want to know how I got this look, then keep on watching. Sorry that I'm so close. I'm trying to cut off my regrowth because I was meant to get it done before I filmed this video, but my hairdresser was too busy, so I had to wait. Okay, anyways, I'm going to use the Shaaanxo palette today. I am so excited. I've used it once before. This is it here. Oh my god, how beautiful! And it does really look like the Kylie palette. Just saying.
Alrighty, starting off with the Badscu facial spray and just spraying my face with that. I freaking love putting this stuff on before I put on my makeup. The primer we're using today is the Arbonne makeup primer. I'm just blending that all over my face. Then grabbing my, favorite foundation and a beauty sponge. Finally got myself one. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I freaking love it. But I found that it was a bit sheer when you just use a beauty blender to apply. So then I went back in with a flat top brush, applied some more, and then I blended it out using the beauty blender. It gives a more flawless finish, not so streaky and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, getting my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot and just using that as a primer for my eyeshadow. Love this stuff. I'm like always using it in every tutorial. Then I'm grabbing this light shade from the Shaaanxo palette and I'm just going to use that to set the primer we've got there. Grabbing these 2 shades, mixing them together and popping them through the crease. I heard that Shaaanxo, this is her like favorite combo for in the crease, so I had to give it a try, and it is actually quite bomb. Then grabbing this dark shade that's at that bottom right hand corner of her palette and patting that all over the lid, making sure I blend every time. Grabbing a more precise blender brush, a more pointed one, just to really focus it right in that crease, and I grabbed that red shade and added more of a more faded blended look. Then grabbing that orange and putting that also around the edges to blend it out. Grabbing more of that red because I wanted it to be quite more like a bit more reddy, so I even patted that on top and I liked how that looked, so I went with that. Now grabbing the BH Cosmetics eyebrow palette. I'm using this for the first time too, and I really like it. It comes with all different shades, and I use the lighter shade even though it doesn't look that light, but And then grabbing my brow tint by Australis and setting my brows in place. This stuff, it really works. You can really feel it on your eyebrows as it sets. It actually feels like you've gelled your eyebrows. Then grabbing those 2 shades I used in the crease and putting that along my lower lash line. And then just grabbing this brown Arbonne eyeliner and running that in my waterline and my tight line. I think that's what it's called. Well, it's the upper part of my waterline on the upper lid. Grabbing the Clump Crusher mascara and coating both top and bottom lashes with that. And I just had to get a Q-tip and clean up some mess. Then grabbing my concealer, and with the concealer I sharpen up the edges too. Well, not so much sharpen, but I clean up so it doesn't look so messy. I decided to I just felt like doing it this way today, just because. And then finally, I can use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer. This is the best way, I reckon, to blend out concealer. It just looks so nice. Now I'm grabbing more foundation by the looks of it and going on top with the beauty blender. And I'm adding more coverage. I probably needed it. I forgot I did this step. Make sure you blend it down your neck so it's all seamless. Grabbing my Arbonne translucent powder and just setting underneath the eyes before they crease, because I do crease very easily underneath my eyes, and I always have to use a translucent powder just because it's more fine and not so heavy. Then grabbing my favourite Australis setting powder and just setting the rest of my face with that, and it adds a little bit more coverage too, which I quite like, especially for a full face of makeup like this. Grabbing my Natio bronzer, it's this huge bronzer, it's only like $19 or something. It's got a bit of shimmer in it, which I didn't mind. I was going for quite a, I don't know, glowy face type thing today, as well as being bronzed. And then grabbing my Napoleon Contour Palette and just putting that closer to my hairline, not so close to my cheek. I kind of keep it back there, just back near the hairline. And then grabbing that white powder, and I clean up underneath my contour with it, and it just gives it a more defined, cleaner look, and I actually really liked it. I think this is the first time I ever tried this, and yeah, I was like, damn girl. Grabbing my Australis highlights, putting it on the back of my hand, and then I grab my beauty blender and just pop that on the tops of my cheeks. It just blends out so much more nicer with a beauty blender. Like, I am so glad I got one. I don't know why it took me so long. It was only $12 from Priceline. Come on, Ariel. Putting that down my nose, Cupid's bow and chin. Look how, oh, the glow, I freaking love it. Then grabbing that middle shade and putting that on top. Again, so good, I loved it. Yes. Oh yes, Ari. Nice. More down my nose, then more on my Cupid's bow. I went in with my finger and it was even more pop, and I was like, whoa. On my eyebrow bone, I like how my highlight goes from my eyebrow bone, and it kind of connects with my cheek highlight. Grabbing my blush, I think this was the MAC Peaches blush, and then grabbing these Eyelure Exaggerate lashes. Oh my god, I loved them. And finally I was able to, like, my battery wasn't going flat, so I was able to record myself actually putting on my lashes. So I put them on straight in the middle, then I connect the corners up, and then using normal tweezers, and then I get my actual eyelash applicator tweezer type things, and I squeeze my real lashes with the fake lashes, and I kind of fold them up type thing, just so they don't feel so down and heavy on my eyes. I always have to like curl them back, so that's what I do there. I've got a wipe, and I'm wiping off the foundation that's on my lips. Hate that feeling. And then this was also another new product that I tried, and it's such a nice lipstick. It's the new Revlon HD Matte, Ultra Matte, or I think that's what they call. And I decided to go all out and do a pink. Like, if you're going to be dramatic, you might as well go all out, you know what I mean? And oh, I loved that. Finishing off with some setting spray. Holy shit, that highlight is popping. And that is the completed look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and any comments, leave them down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.